Hi guys, so of course I said earlier that I was not going to do readings today, but here I am doing a second reading. And this is just I think it's going to be a very quick reading. It's about the tax bill. Several people had asked about the tax bill, if it's going to pass. And I was sort of just looking at the computer now, went online, and there was some talk about the tax bill. And I remember that it seemed to be a popular topic. So I thought, let me do this. Let me just do a reading on this. And it's this reading. I think it's almost funny because of the way the phrases come together. And I don't think this will pass. I'll just go over what the cards are saying. Okay, so it's almost a joke at this point, but the first card is the devil upside down. So to me, and interesting thing is, it comes with a heart. So what this tells me is that at their heart, the people who came up with this bill are the devil. And because it's upside down, in a way, it means that they know it's bad, that they know what they're doing is wrong, but they can't seem to get away from it, right? They're almost in this context because they're pushing the bill. They can't get away from it, right? So it's saying they are aware it's wrong, but they keep going. And because the heart is here, it's telling me this is their truth, okay? But then underneath it, we have a card of infighting, of competition, of an environment of, what's the word? Just a lot of fighting, sort of a, yes, infighting would be probably the best. Just people competing, and it's not super bad, but it's just an environment of disagreement, okay? What do we have here underneath? The lady. And I think since it's the government, it's affected by the Russia thing, I believe the Russia thing has driven disagreements. It's basically pushing a lot of disagreements, okay? And it's saying it's wrong, they know it, but this is who they are, okay? So this is the center of the reading, okay? And I'll just go to the left, which is the part where it gives the background of the issue. This is the Five of Pentacles upside down and the moon. And what I think this means is this is a card of poverty, financial problems. And this is a card of getting away from financial problems, but sometimes insisting or creating financial problems or keeping at it, okay? And this is the moon, which is the card of both dreams and reputation, okay? So this is almost funny to say this because it's saying to me, our dream is to create poverty for people. And underneath we have the world and the snake. So in a way, it's telling me that they want to create poverty in the world, and they're snakes. And this reminded me of I did those readings about Trump. And in one of them, I remember well that it was the end of the snake era. Because I think the world and the snake came together. And that's what I think. It's saying these people are snakes. It's the snake world. Okay. So the snake world consists of their dreams are sort of like perpetuating poverty or creating poverty. You could argue that also it's the tax cut, but that's not what it's saying. I don't see any cards that relate to prosperity or abundance. On the contrary, so what they really want is to create poverty, right? This bill, what this is saying is that the bill actually creates poverty, and there are snakes, and that's their snake world. Okay. It couldn't be more clear than this. Okay. And this is so I think this reading is kind of funny. So this is, when it's like this, is a card of a person who doesn't take risks, a person who's sort of petty and the miser type card, okay? Sometimes it means that you're going to have money or that you have some money. It's a neutral to bad card. But this was upside down, which I've said before. It means a greedy person, okay? Basically greed. And who's this? It's a man. So I believe this is probably the president. Greedy man. Why? What do I think that? So underneath comes the temperance card is a card of balance, okay? And it was upside down, which means imbalanced. So imbalanced, greedy man gets cut, scythe, okay? So in the midst of the snake world and wanting to create poverty, the greedy man gets cut, okay? And it's, if you read the parallel of with the Lenormands, you have this snake is cut. Oh, hold on. Snake is cut. So it's the end. This basically the snake, because the world was underneath. So the snake world will be cut. Okay, that's what it's saying, and that this dream of creating further poverty is also supported by the cards that are right next to it, which is the greedy man. So the greedy man also has a dream of creating further poverty for others. And then right next to it, you have, just because sometimes these cards, they basically confirm or enrich the meaning of the preceding card. So you have wanting to create poverty, greedy man, people who are actually the devil and they are aware that they're doing something wrong. So this is the picture that's painting, okay? So this is, I find it very interesting. And then going forward, what we see here is, I will show you the difficulty. So this is a card of a person who has sort of a articulate, aggressive person who has a good idea that you're sort of pushing aggressively. Okay, you're being articulate, you're fighting for it. Okay, and what do we have here? We have society. So what it tells me is that society is going to push back. And this is a lot of money, upside down, some maybe hard time getting money, okay? So society is saying, no, I feel like. Society is saying income inequality is increasing, is expanding, okay? And then you have this card of energy, sudden burst of energy. And on top of it, you have the election card, which I think probably stands for the actual act of making the choice about the bill. And underneath here, we have magician, which is positive, but it's upside down. So it means trickster and con artist. And mountain, which means obstacles, a lot of difficulties and long obstacles, a lot of them. So what I see here, I think it's very clear, is that society will push back and that society will be energized to fight against this bill, and there's just going to be a lot of obstacles. And obstacles that are related to the trickster, to the con artist. So in a way, I just don't see it going anywhere, right? Because there's just the mountain card is, that's when you have a lot of obstacles and it's a no to me, okay? And then let's just look here 1 second. Just want to put it side by side. Yeah, so it's, just here again. Ace of Wands, a lot of energy. Election choice, making a choice. Con artist, trickster. Long-term difficulties, a lot of problems. So and I think because in a way it's interesting that this person appears like this, right? The trickster, because in the second row we have the greedy man who's going to get cut, and he appears here again. So it feels as though they have a lot of opposition and society against it, and the trickster. So in a way, I feel like the hardships the difficulties are related to the trickster, in the sense that That's the influence of Trump. I'm not saying that Trump himself is opposing the bill, but because you have this con artist who was influential, then the public, because the public is already against him, but this is yet another reason, another way in which his presence undermines what they're trying to do. So that's that. I don't think, it seems very clear to me, almost funny, that the man, and it's saying again, the man is going to get cut, okay? And the Russia thing is in the back of everybody's mind. It's creating a lot of internal strife that the public is against whatever they're trying to do. And the stunning thing is that it's showing over and over again. They know they're doing something wrong. They know what they want to do creates poverty. They are greedy. And hello, of course, they have opposition, and it doesn't work. Because the whole point, it's kind of funny because the whole idea, right, would be that these bills would help people. But no, they don't want to help people. They want to help whoever, themselves or their, I don't know, the people who provide their campaign money or something. So anyway, so that's it. It's showing that it's not going to pass. I can ask direct questions about the House and the Senate, but it's just showing here that overall, because I was going to ask first about the House and then about the Senate, but ultimately it's not necessary, I think. It's just showing here that there's just too much opposition. Okay, and something about the trickster is going to create more obstacles. And because sometimes the card of the mountain it is not always unsurmountable. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it means that it's just a lot of effort. But because it's at the ending, it's the last card, it's a no to me, honestly. For example, if you had applied for a job or something like that, I would say it's a no. Okay, because it's saying here, because again, the choice, right? The choice is always a positive, negative. If after the choice you have this, it's a no. It's definitely a no. And you have again the scythe cutting the man and all that. So yes, the answer is that the tax bill is not going to pass. Okay, all right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.